Sexy.
Athletic.
Larger than life.
Masculine.
Ripped.
Successful.
Metrosexual.
Like the perfect guy.
Macho.
Strong.
I think there's a stereotype of a masculine image that people try to attain, and I think that that's mostly, it's 99% a product of media, and that's whether it's TVs, movies, anything like that. And as far as how they portray them, I think it's just that you have to be like basically like the perfect guy. But I think that changes with time periods. So like the perfect guy in the 60s is like a different perfect guy now. So I think the media kind of sets the trends to what is like the perfect guy.
I think they find like what type of stereotype guys are and like feed off of that. Like if you have a gay guy, that's what they go after. And like they'll be able to find humor in it or something like that, or like, you know, a big bulky guy, they'll think like he's a goon, grunt type of person.
There's like the generic like guy that's like he's on the fast track, like he has the right job, he works out daily, he's got his life together, he's got like the perfect girlfriend or the trophy wife or like the puppy.
I think it portrays men. A lot of these ads portrays objects of desire. That's how I look at it as far as like advertising. It portrays men. When we're not sporty, it's kind of like when you see commercials or any advertisements with men and women, we're kind of second leg to that.
I wouldn't say there's one type of image. There's a couple images out there, but some are definitely better than others, according to girls. And actually, I feel like there's the manly man, there's like the dressy man, and then there's the metrosexual. I feel like that used to be like kind of made fun of a lot, but now it's starting to get more and more popular, and taking care of yourself as a guy is like starting to be a really good thing, I think.
I think that it's almost like, God, it's getting to the point where it's almost like too much, in my opinion. You know, like Metro's definition has changed from in the past like 5 years. Like Metro used to be like 5 years ago, I feel like it was like you had style, you looked put together and all that stuff. Now Metro, I feel like, is almost like past like the average guy. Like in terms of like he might get his eyebrows done, you know? Like he might wear like crest whitening strips every night before he goes to bed. Like I feel like that's Metro now, which is like intensified from what it was like 5 years ago.
Well, I think the media portrays a lot more like metrosexual and gay people than it used to. Just like hosting like TV shows, even like reality TV shows.
Like Ryan Seacrest. Right.
Yeah, being metrosexual.
Obviously, I'm in architecture, and I visited a few spas for some one of my studios I was in last year in California. These are high-end spas, and traditionally, I mean, overall, it was more women that go to the spas, but there were males. There was like an upcoming trend. More males were coming over the next few years. They saw on their records. And you know, they're getting their nails done or manicured, they're getting their feet taken care of, they're getting their facials. So I think it's becoming more socially acceptable. And I think class probably has something to do with it.
And like I think it's just always like progressing that one step further. And right now it's at like Men's Health has yoga poses too, you know? So I think that's where it's interesting, like what the next thing is gonna be. Like advertising decides that, you know, like the media decides that.
I've always been curious about the Axe commercials, about how those commercials are so stereotypical, about how if you just use Axe you'll get all these women, essentially. And like, I wonder if people buy that because they truly believe it. It's how much someone believes that ad is going to work for them, if the benefits are worth what they're going to get.
Well, those commercials, they'll get you. They're always coming out with those fresh scents. Like people notice it. Like they'll smell you, whether it's the Axe or you put on too much cologne, which I think it smells nice. But either way, like you'll get the attraction there with like the opposite sex. Like they'll be like, he smells good. Maybe I should get closer. yeah, it's good. It's a good thing. They go after the guy who like his hair is like all messed up and everything, and all these hot chicks just attack him. Like they have like the pigs find him, the hot chicks attack him. Like yeah, I mean, essentially that's like a guy's, I don't want to say fantasy, but it's kind of like if that could happen, that'd be awesome. Like you're walking around, you're slumming, and then somebody notices that you look like crap, and they want to come and take care of you, and it ends up being a couple hotties, and yeah, that's definitely appealing to guys because it's just like maybe that'll happen to you someday. Probably not, but.
To realize that that lifestyle of being ultimately thin or ultimately built isn't attainable is kind of depressing to a lot of people, and in a sense like they kind of make it hopeless. But then like the way they advertise it sometimes, just like that's like your only shot, you know, of making that a reality. So you've got to buy this product, that sort of thing. And I think people fall into that trap a lot, and they're ultimately just disappointed when they don't see the results, because the results are ultimately not attainable.
Guys put more pressure on themselves to fit the stereotypes than people would admit. Because I think like everybody knows there's like a female stereotype of like having the perfect body, all this. But I think with guys it's a little bit different because like not every guy's gonna be like, oh, I want a body just like Brad Pitt. But like I feel like girls would say that to people. So I think it affects men more so than you would think.
I think that guys' self-image isn't necessarily a bad thing to have. It just depends on the extreme that they go to, and the same goes for girls. Like working out, eating right, staying healthy, getting sleep, taking care of yourself, your skin, your hair. Those are good things, I think. But if you go crazy with it, either guy or girl, then that's when it gets to be a problem. And that's when you can start looking at whether it's just that individual's problem or whether that's a worldwide problem. So it depends on, it really is, just goes by a person-to-person basis.
I don't want to say it changes like your personality, but it kind of like, I don't want to say you become a robot, but it kind of changes like a lot of your characteristics. Like I can pick up on some of my friends, like some things that they'll see on a TV show or see in a commercial, and they're trying to like put it like amongst themselves, and there are definitely differences in them like after that. But personally, yeah, the media has like definitely affected me as far as like my points of view. I mean, it makes you think from their perspective or from a whole different point of view, and they're being successful in it.
No, I'm out here.
Boys, 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 like boys in cars.